Rockland World Radio. RocklandWorldRadio.com.
Welcome to Lighten Up, a show about bringing more love, light, and joy into your life, and archived on the Lighten Up program page. Please join us in the chat room by clicking on the chat room icon located on the left-hand side of our menu bar. Now the host of Lighten Up, Isabel Merians.
Welcome. I'm delighted that you are with us for the premiere of our show, Lighten Up with Isabel. I'm your host, Isabel Merians, and today my guest is Dr. Sharon R. Bernstein, the incredible president of the Defining Moment Foundation, whose good works are legion. Welcome, Dr. Bernstein.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here today. This is your first show, and thank you for having me as your first guest.
Tell us a little bit about the Defining Moment Foundation.
The Defining Moment Foundation started in 1998 as a change agent against substance abuse in Bergen County, and we have grown over the years, and we now are known throughout the state, and we have additionally added anti-bullying programs. We work with children throughout the county.
That's really wonderful and certainly badly needed.
Thank you. I like your name, Lighten Up. How did you come to this name?
Well, lighten up means not to take yourself too seriously. Mm-hmm. But light has many implications. You know, I'm beginning to see the light. To see the light or bring more light to a situation means to bring more wisdom, understanding, spirituality. Actually, our graphic shows a young woman who is joyously greeting the dawn, a new beginning, a new day.
It's a wonderful graphic.
And my show intends to shed light and understanding on how each of us can bring more love and light and joy into our own lives.
Isabel, that's a formidable task. How do you plan on going about this?
Well, in today's world, the media constantly bombards us with news about war and illness and death and heavy things that we're not able to change. And although we should be mindful and concerned, there's really no way for us to impact these major issues. However, we have to look for the joy in every day and live it to its fullest. Our show, Lighten Up with Isabel, is going to provide good news every time and also practical solutions on how each individual can bring more love, light, and joy into our own lives.
It sounds terrific.
By making every day more joyous and focusing on the positive starting right now. I'm reminded by a famous quote by Black Elk, the great holy man of the Ogallala Sioux. And his statement was, "Behold this day, for it is yours to make."
How powerful is that?
And it's true. It's how we make the day ourselves.
Without question.
So let's go over some of the steps to a more joyous life. But before we begin, remember, you change your life when you change your consciousness, when you change the way you perceive. This happens first when you believe that you are deserving of a better life. Anyhow, on to the steps. It has been found that following any blessing or any affirmation, a sound by a chime or a drum helps the person remember. So let's go to step one. Would you like to strike the chime for me after each blessing?
I would be honored to do that.
Okay. Now, we're going to discuss step one, which is being mindful of your blessings.
Correct.
You don't live in a war zone, a blessing. You're able to look outside your window and see all of the natural beauty that surrounds us, a blessing. You're watching our program today. You have your vision. That's a great blessing. If you're only listening, you have your hearing, and that's a great blessing. Hopefully you have someone or something in your life to love. That's a blessing. You can turn on your water and get fresh, you can turn on your faucet and get fresh water. That's a blessing. You have the privilege of another day on this beautiful earth. That's a blessing.
You know, Isabel, these are blessings that people rarely consider. I'm so grateful that you're bringing this to everyone's attention today.
Well, it's important to be mindful, to live a life in appreciation and in gratitude. Now on to step 2, helping others. Helping others brings us great joy. It can be something as simple as taking a little turtle out of the middle of the road and moving it so it doesn't get run over. Or it can be giving someone a hug. It can be helping at a local food bank. It can be so many things that many of us do without even stopping to think about them. I'm sure this is true for you. So tell me, what would you add to helping others?
I would have to add that one of the great gifts, as I see it, is to pay attention to each other. If we give each other attention, that is a very special gift.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
That's a good one. Now, on to step 3. Step 3 is bringing more humor into our lives, which is something that everyone needs. Everyone is so serious these days, and this is part of lightening up. So, okay, it's been scientifically proven that humor is healing. We know of instances where people have been documented as using humor in the healing process. Humor spreads happiness, it reduces stress, it comforts us, it relaxes us, it actually boosts the immune system, believe it or not, and it cultivates optimism. Tell me, how do you propose to bring more humor into your life?
Well, I'll share something with you. This summer, during one of our anti-bullying programs, we had a course where young children ages 5 through 13 created for the program a comedy script.
Oh, cute.
And it was a child's view of the world. And one of the interesting aspects of it is that on one particular script, a young child kept repeating the same concept, and she said, "I don't mind getting older as long as I stay young forever." And that was really charming from a child's viewpoint.
That's adorable. I think more of us feel that way. As long as we can stay young at heart, we're okay.
And personally, I enjoy watching old George Carlin and Richard Pryor films.
Yeah, those are wonderful. Well, actually, to bring more humor into your life, there are many ways to do it. You could watch Comedy Central, funny movies, funny TV shows, read funny novels, and most importantly, see the humor in everyday life. 2 weeks ago, I was in a beauty shop getting my nails done, and an elderly couple came in. He was quite tall with a lot of hair, and his wife was much shorter, and she had short curly hair. And he turned to the receptionist and said to the receptionist of the shop, "I'm bringing her to you. I've been trying to color her hair for months now, and every time I try to do it, I make a mess. I get the color all over the place. I get it on my clothes. I get it on the floor. So today I'm bringing her to you." And the receptionist said, "Well, of course, sir, as soon as one of the operators is available, we'll be happy to color her hair." And he said, hair, I'm so sick of hearing about hair. And with that, he grabbed the top of his head and he pulled, and off came all of his hair. And we all cracked up, and the receptionist said, "Is that your wife's wig?" And he said, "Yes." He said, "Here, you can have it." He said, "And actually, I still have a little fringe, and it does need a trim." Well, needless to say, everybody in the shop cracked up. So there's humor in everyday life. You seem to be a person that has a good sense of humor. What is the most playful or secret thing that you enjoy doing yourself?
So now if I tell you my secret, many people will be in on it.
Well,
I'll share it with you anyway.
Thanks.
I love to dance by myself to really loud music, Indian or reggae music. I'm reminded of Isadora Duncan, who said, "Once we were wild and now we're tame."
Well, I have a wonderful card in my room, and on the front there's a photograph of a tiger, and inside I've written to myself, "Remember who you are. We're all meant to be wild and free." So
I
it
love
goes
that.
along
I
with
love
it.
that.
Well, actually, your dancing around by yourself is included in my step 4. Step 4 is about play. Most grown-ups don't play enough. For me, play is not only about games, card games, video games, tennis games, golf games, but also about being spontaneous. When's the last time you just rolled down a grassy hill? Or danced around your living room? You do that often.
Once a week,
Okay.
if I can.
Or daily. Or chasing your pet instead of letting your pet chase you. Or playing Let's Pretend. Jumping into a big pile of leaves. Doing simple things that make you feel like a kid again. Those steps are essential to me, to people to live a more joyous life. And speaking of blessings, Dr. Bernstein, I know that your foundation has been a great blessing to hundreds of families that you've worked with. And after all of this work and after all of these experiences, what has brought you the most joy personally?
I would have to say that the most unabashed joy I experience is working with young children and watching as they discover for themselves how special and talented each and every child is.
Well, I know you have that wonderful program in Inglewood.
Yes.
At the church. Which church is it?
Yes,
the
at Ebenezer Baptist
Church.
Yes.
And how old are the children?
From 5 to 14.
Oh, that's great. And what type of programs do you do with them?
We do programs on building self-esteem, journaling, poetry, dance, movement, drama. This summer, we took all the children to see Matilda on Broadway.
Wow.
So they'd have a sense of what it meant to witness a live performance. It was just
Fabulous.
extraordinary.
And you told me about making a 30-foot mural?
Yes, we did a 30-foot mural that is on its way to the White House, and my children chose 14 different languages, and the message was, "We don't accept bullying here." And the assignment was, tell us what you would convey to children around the world about anti-bullying. And they started writing and writing and writing and drawing, and it's 30 feet long.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how did you package it?
We had wonderful volunteers packaging it in crates. We had permission to send it to the White House, and a replica of it is going to be at the county seat in Hackensack.
That's fabulous.
Yes.
That's
We're
fabulous.
thrilled with this.
Now, beside the children, tell us about some of the other groups that you're working with.
We work throughout Bergen County and the state with seniors, with veterans, with multicultural groups, and the point of it is to share our knowledge and our education about substance abuse prevention, well-being, and anti-bullying, which is an incredible
wonderful.
problem at the moment.
Yeah. Now, I know that you use affirmations in your work. You've mentioned that to me before. Would you explain what an affirmation is and how it's used?
Yes, an affirmation is a positive declaration meant to enhance your life. It's something that we teach the children in our course on building self-esteem. I brought my drum to show you.
Oh, great. Okay, so would you give us an example of an affirmation?
I would love to.
And then, and how you use the drum?
Right. We use the drum with the children. Every child will stand up in place, and they will say their name. They will state their name. And then afterwards, they'll hit the drum. And this is kind of like how it goes in our classroom. All right, my name is, I am strong. I am smart. I will not be bullied. I will not bully anyone. I will respect myself. I will respect others, always.
Fabulous.
Would you like to try it?
Sure, why not?
It makes everyone smile. The children smile so after this affirmation.
Thank you. Let's see.
Try it.
My name is Isabel Merians. I am not here to entertain you. I am here to wake up your spirit. I want Lighten Up with Isabel to be the beginning of a journey with you. I want you to have fun with us, but I also want you to be aware of greater consciousness. Within each of us is a spark of the divine. I want to put you in conscious contact with that.
May I applaud you? I love that.
It's not in the script. That was fun. Dr. Bernstein, I heard that you saved a young girl's life. Would you be willing to tell us about that?
Yes, of course. Well, this is a very poignant story. Several years ago, our office received a call from distraught parents who let us know that for 1 year they tried unsuccessfully to retrieve their child from a cult in Florida. I flew down. I was lucky enough through contacts to find the young lady, and we brought her back to New Jersey, enrolled her in an inpatient facility in Bergen County because by now she was also addicted to heroin, and spent the next year and a half working with her, rebuilding her self-esteem and educating her. And this young woman had a dream, and the dream was to be an e-commerce businesswoman. And I'm happy to report that so many years later, she is just that, and a wonderful charitable contributor to the foundation, and visits our programs during the summer to share her story with young people.
That is so wonderful, and I'm sure it's so inspiring for other people. That's a very heartwarming story.
Thank you.
Now on to step 5. Step 5 actually comes from a new book I am currently working on. The book is entitled The ABCs of Living a Joyous Life. Our letter today, since we're first starting, is A, the first letter of the alphabet. And the, the statement is always say thank you when a prayer is answered. We pray for many things, and then when they come true, we never remember to say thank you. The prayer can be as informal as simply a heartfelt wish that you focus on every day. Or it can be a more formal request that you make to the universe, always from the depths of your heart. So those are the beginning steps to living a more joyous life. Others will follow. I want to thank Dr. Bernstein for joining us as our first guest.
Thank you for having me here.
It's been a wonderful experience. And I hope we've lightened up some thinking.
I hope so.
It's been my pleasure. But before you leave, I have a little gift for you. Where did I put it? Oh, it's over here. We're good. How much more? Yeah. How much more time have we got?
We're good. Keep going. You want to take a break?
Not particularly.
No,
I just
really.
don't want to run over time. I mean, you're the. Oh, okay. Here we go. This is your little gift for today.
Oh, I love this. Lighten Up. This is
Would you
so
show
beautiful.
the front of
Of
it?
course, lighten up and look at the back. Live a more joyous life. What a message, huh? Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. This is so kind of you.
Oh, you're most welcome.
Telephone.
Oh, telephone. My goodness. All right. Before we end, I want to do a little review of the 5 steps. Number 1, live your life in gratitude. Number 2, help others. Number 3, seek more humor. Number 4, become more playful every day. 5, always say thank you when a prayer is answered. By using these steps, you will begin to see a big difference in your life. and be able to move more happily in the direction of your dreams. But before we end, I would like to give special thanks to Richard Quinn, our extraordinary producer and director, who is one of the most creative and courageous men that I know. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Isabel Merians, your host, and remember, lighten up.
Until next time, remember to live a more joyous life. Lighten up.
It's not just radio, it's Rockland World Radio. RocklandWorldRadio.com.